Python Pop, a series of quick videos explaining different Python functions and commands. What we're going to do in this video is figure out how to change a for loop into a while loop. So let's just generate a generic color list. Alright, so we have some color lists: red, yellow, blue, purple, orange, and green. Now, to iterate through that list and print out each item in the list, we can say for color in color list. We're just going to simply print the color. And you can see there the colors are printed. Now, if I want to change this for loop into a while loop, it might be easier to think of iterating the list based on the index value. So I'm going to rewrite this for loop as for some index I in the range of the length of the color list. So remember that length of the list is the number of items, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items in that list. And we're starting at, for I of 0 in a range of 6, that's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which 0 will be red, yellow 1, all the way up to green of 5. So if I want to print out those color names, I would say print color list of I, because I is that index. And if you want to, let's also print out the index as well so we can see how that number changes through the for loop. And there we go. 0 is I, color list of 0 is red. I then becomes 1, color list of I, color list of 1 would be yellow, all the way up to green, which is 5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change this into a while loop. We need to initialize some variable, and how I'm going to do my while loop is I'm going to go through each index value. So I'm going to start I at 0 because that's the first index in our list, and I want to go all the way up to the index of 5. And how do we get that in the for loop? We went through the range of the length of the color list. So I'm going to say while I is less than that length of the color list, because remember the color list length is 6, and I want to go up to but not including 6. I want to go 0 through 5. So while this condition is true, while I is less than the length of the color list, I want to print out those colors. So I'm going to say print color list I. Now, if I run this right now, I'm going to be stuck in a loop because we set I, we initialize it to be 0, but then we never change it. So it's going to go into this loop and say 0, and then it's going to print out red, and then it's going to keep saying 0 because we're never changing I. We want to increase I each time by 1. So we can say that I equals I plus 1. So as it goes through, I is 0, it goes through, it prints out color list 0, then it changes I to 1. So then it's 1, goes through, prints out, changes it to 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it changes it to 6, and then it goes up here and it's like, 6 is not less than that length of the color list, so it's going to stop and exit out of this loop. So let's go ahead and run this. And there we have it. Red, yellow, blue, purple, orange, and green. Our entire list. And just to mention quick shorthand, as opposed to I equals I plus 1, the quick way to write this is I plus equals 1. This represents I equals I plus 1, but just a short notation. And there you have it. That wraps up this video of how to change a for loop into a while loop. And you can reverse this, starting with a while loop, to get to a for loop. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.